Hello and welcome to the Moto Daily Show on the Motocross Network. I believe this is the first one I've done in 2024, and it's going to be a controversial one at that, so welcome to the new year, folks. All right, in today's show, as you can see by the thumbnail, I am going to be proposing my defense of Vince Friese from Anaheim 1, his heat race move that caused a lot of ruckus in the sport. Then I'm going to take a look at Logan Karnow's nasty leg injury. I'm sure you've seen that. He hasn't released a proper injury update, but we'll get into that in a minute. The third story we're going to take a look at is a quick one. Another injury update that I didn't talk about yesterday. I figured I'd let you guys know about that today, and that is Dylan Walsh. And then the final story of the day is that MXGP will be returning to China in 2024. Now, before we get into this video, it's finally 2024, like I said. With that being said, the newest issue of my magazine will be coming out in February. Now is the time to go buy MagPass. Head to the MXNetwork.com. Get all the issues of 2024 with shipping and taxes all included. Buy the MagPass now. I think the link's in the description as well, or head to the MXNetwork.com. You can also buy remaining 2023 copies. They're all on sale if you're interested. If not, try to get the MagPass now while it's worth the most for the year. All right, first story of the day, my defense of Vince Friese. So, as you all know, in the 450 class heat race at Anaheim, the notorious Smartop Motoconcepts Honda rider Vince Friese was involved in a major first-turn crash that ultimately resulted in riders like Chase Sexton, defending champion, Hunter Lawrence, last year's 250 class champion, and popular privateer Logan Karnow. We'll talk about him in a minute. They all went down in this incident. The immediate response online was that, oh, Vince Friese bad. Typical move by him. Now, in this segment, I am going to oppose this argument and express my sentiment on this particular incident. Let's first take a look at the footage itself. I'll throw it up on screen right now. Vince came out like a rocket ship, at one point having nearly a full bike length of a lead into the corner. It all goes downhill at almost the entrance to the apex of the first turn. As you can see, Vince clearly has the lead and thus holds control of the corner. That's typically the rule in racing. Well, it looks like Hunter Lawrence wasn't having it and straight up refused to brake, thus hitting Friese and crashing. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it even looked like Roczen tapped the brakes. I think it was behind the beam that cut off, like you couldn't see the vision right there, but it looks like Roczen hit the brakes. Lawrence clearly didn't hit the brakes, so this is, in my opinion, clearly on Hunter Lawrence. And this ultimately led to his rookie debut being thrown out the window. So I believe it's 100% his fault, due to the fact that he refused to brake. Vince had at least half a bike length on him at the point where he hit him. So if you know that he has control of the corner, that's just negligence by not hitting the brakes. You hit him. So that's not Vince's fault. Just to be clear, I'm not the only one with this opinion. Former television reporter and I don't know what show he hosts now. Maybe the Moto, I don't know which one, so I'm not going to say. I don't want to say the wrong show. But Daniel Blair, he's a prominent voice in the motocross industry. Him, along with Monster Energy Triumph rider Joey Savacci, also shared their sentiment on this issue in a post on X saying, quote, "Bro, come on. Dude has everyone beat by a wheel. You control the start when you're in the front. I don't like the dude, but this is not his fault." That was Savacci saying that, and Blair responded to that with, quote, "Agreed, it hurts to type this, but Vince is not at fault." That's what Blair said. So I'm not the only one expressing my opinion. With all that being said, I don't care how much you dislike the guy, but you can't take away the fact that he got the best launch out of the gate and controlled the start as anyone in the lead would coming into the first turn, and Hunter Lawrence hit him, resulting in the pileup. So in conclusion, I believe Vince Friese is not guilty on this isolated incident. I want you to hear that. This isolated incident. Now, regarding the run-in with Dean Wilson later that night, he is guilty as charged. See, I'm in an odd spot where I find it hard to like the guy because he makes so many dumb decisions, and it's just obviously cleaning out Dean Wilson in World Supercross and in AMA Supercross now. Those things, that makes me not want to like him, but I find it hard to hate him because the step up in skill he's taken in recent years is crazy. Had you told me a few years ago we'd see Vince Friese battling with the likes of Ken Roczen in World Supercross and pulling hole shots against him, Hunter Lawrence, Chase Sexton, in one of the deepest fields we've seen in Supercross in a while, I'd think you're crazy and that you're joking. But no, we are at the point where Vince is becoming a top contender, whether you like it or not, and you have to recognize that, even though he makes dumb decisions. Now, that's all I'm going to say on that. I know a lot of you are going to be mad about me saying this, but that's the truth, whether you like it or not. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you support the fact that Vince was in the clear on this situation and that it was Hunter's fault? Let me know if you can admit to that in the comments down below. If not, propose to me your argument on why Vince is guilty. All right, on to Logan Karnow's nasty leg injury. As you all have probably seen by now, popular privateer rider Logan Karnow had a rough start to the season in Anaheim. He was one of the victims of Hunter Lawrence negligence. As I spoke on in the previous story, he got clipped by another rider, resulting in his left foot being lodged in someone's front tire. I think I have a good picture of that. I'll throw it up on screen right now. And, well, his leg came out facing a different direction than it went in. Not a good situation. So if you haven't seen it, here's the clip. That is absolutely disgusting to look at, him pulling his leg out like that, but brace yourself, I've got one even better to top that. This is a picture of his leg while he was in the Alpine Stars medical trailer. I'll throw that up on screen right now for you. Now, I didn't include this injury in yesterday's injury update because he has yet to release a proper actual injury update. He hasn't said what he broke, if he tore anything, if he sprained, what happened. He didn't say anything. A lot of people stepped up saying, oh, it's a leg break, but I don't think so. I did a quick Google search. I'm not a doctor, but I did a quick Google search of common ankle dislocations, and honestly, this one, I'll put it up on screen right now, it looks quite similar, so hopefully this is just a dislocated leg or ankle for Karnow. He hasn't, like I said, released a proper update on his condition, so I'm going to pray that it's just a dislocation and that he didn't do much major damage down there. Hopefully he'll be back racing soon. Let me know what you guys think of that disgusting video and picture of his leg, ankle. That whole situation's pretty disgusting, but I'm wishing Logan the best. He's one of the coolest guys in the paddock. All right, third story of the day is another injury that I didn't include in yesterday's injury update. This is a foreign racer who came over for Supercross this year. His name is Dylan Walsh. He is racing for host Grindstone Kawasaki, a European team. He had a qualifying crash that ended his night early, obviously, and we finally got an update from the team. They told Racer X, quote, A1 started off well with Dylan showing some good speed in the first practice. Unfortunately, had a crash in the second practice, which resulted in a laceration in his small intestine. He underwent surgery on Saturday night and is now recovering at UCI Medical Center. He will be there a few more days and then will be able to start his road to recovery and hopes to be healed up and ready to race for the last half of the West Coast rounds. Until then, the team, host Grindstone, will regroup this week and make some plans for the next rounds to come. That really sucks to see. That's one of the first, I think, lacerations of a small intestine I've ever heard of. I tried to look for crash footage and couldn't find it. But by the sounds of it, it was a pretty bad crash. I even watched qualifying, and I didn't see this crash, so I don't know where it happened, when it happened, or what. I'm going to reach out to the guy and see how Dylan's doing. But just from reading that, that's a rough one, and I'm glad to see he's all right. It really sucks to see, but I'm wishing Dylan the best, and hopefully he can make a return soon to Supercross. All right, final story of the day. MXGP will be returning to China this year. They said in their press release the MXGP of China will make a thrilling return to MXGP Calendar on the 15th and 16th of September in 2024. As in 2019, the event will be held in Shanghai. The organizer is Shanghai Hehui Sports Culture Development Co., part of the same group owning the Just One brand. I'm going to pause it there. I love the look of Just One gear. I'm a huge fan of Romain Fevre. And I was going to buy myself one, but considering the fact I now know that they're owned by a Shanghai Chinese mega corporation, I will probably never touch that brand or even think about buying any of their stuff ever again. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. The group is dedicated to develop sport in the country as well as aiming to boost the local social and economic landscape through the hosting of globally acclaimed events. The much-awaited event is scheduled to take place on September 15th and 16th, which coincide with the popular Moon Festival holiday, offering locals a thrilling weekend of motocross action along with traditional festival. In 2019, the MXGP of China amassed 25,000 fans who witnessed the spectacular races. Jeffrey Herlings and Jorge Prado emerged victorious in the MXGP and MX2 categories, respectively, delivering an unforgettable show for anyone present. The addition of the MXGP of China and Shanghai to the 2024 MXGP calendar is an exciting new date and venue that will further expand the influence of motocross worldwide. Now, I gotta say, I am not pumped on this. I really, really hate the Chinese Communist Party. I hate how they run everything. Their country is horrible. Just One, I will never touch your brand again because just like Nike and other major brands, it is probably made by Uyghur slaves. Anyway, I'm going to stop on that topic, but overall, I dislike that we are going there. The only reason they're going there is for money. Obviously, the same reason they're going to Indonesia. They're getting huge paychecks for just showing up there. there really aren't that many fans there, I don't believe. They should be coming to America, but they aren't getting government paychecks. So that's how MXGP is working more and more nowadays, and I really dislike it. But hey, they're going to another country. I always like to see that. I hate when they go to like Italy 10 times in a year. That's dumb. So at least they're going to a different country. Either way, I guess it's good for the sport, but I'd rather them go to a country that actually likes them, like Australia or America. But hey, it's on you in front. If you want to go to the communist country of China just because you're getting a large paycheck and there's no actual fans there, that's up to you. But all right, that's all I got for you today. Interesting, controversial stories for the day, some injuries, disgusting pictures. So definitely a good first Moto Daily Show of the year. It's a little shorter than normal, but that's the only stories I've got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. If you're on audio, follow, rate, whatever you do on there. Let me know what you guys think about all these topics, about MXGP returning to China. Obviously, my defense of Vince Friese and Karnow's injury. Let me know what you think about all that in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.